Dave with an exclamation mark to emphasise the word Dave. Also a shout out to Watertech in upstate New York, and a shout out to Gustav in Sweden. Sorry I haven't emailed for so long, but I'm sure you got your hands full with Gabriel. And also a shout out to John Green, who I've not emailed for quite some time either. Very, very sorry. And of course to Jan, you got to watch this video. I've got an important point to mention towards the end of this video. I'll make this one quick. Just sort of update Dave, just show what I'm doing. And he's going from the old balcony out the side, laying all the whole tiles, as one does. That's R2-D2. He sucks. It's not as much as Jar Jar Binks. But all the edge tiles, of course, you leave them to the end. You just get rid of the whole tiles and get them done. Now, interesting point though, while I'm here, is if you look at this job, you think, where do you start? I'm going to mention this in the actual main renovation series video, but to be perfectly honest, the very first tile that was laid here is that one there. This tile right here is the first one to go down. The reason for this is because, one, you got to go off how things look. If you see that this run here runs right to the back of the apartment, to behind me, right to the front, all in one hit. And it's a walk-through main corridor. You never have furniture on it. You'll always walk on it. So you must center that. So that governs that direction. Then what governs the next direction is back this way to the front door. So of course then you need to center the front door. But I had to actually shuffle it slightly, 40 mils that way, but that works out well because when you open the door's 40 mil thick. So it's actually now centered to the open cavity, and that gives you your very, very first tile. Every tile in this place, down to the millimeter, is all governed by the position of that tile there. I'll show you what I mean. The very first thing I did, I could check out this kitchen. Wow, what a fantastic kitchen, eh? That's the bomb. Everybody wants a dream kitchen like that. It's really cool. So when you finish washing the dishes, you just throw the bucket away, and if you want to cook something, just put the bucket underneath, set a fire on that. That's what that open cavity's for, just to let all the flames out. And yeah, there's your dream kitchen. But Jan, cabinetry is coming this week. It's been pushed ahead of the queue of a lot of other people, and it's coming this week. And that's why I've cleared out this area here, so when the cabinetry comes in, I can get it in here, and then we can start putting the cabinetry in place. Nothing much has changed in the first one. That toilet, I've now got it, picked it up yesterday. Again, but that goes in once I've got the skew pan in place. That's the key thing. That's there to stop you chipping tiles. You never stand on the edge when you've got tiles like this. You never stand across the edge because you can chip them. Always walk down the centre. What I'm going to do next, at the end of this video, as soon as I press stop, is I'm going to shift all this junk out of here and move it into this room here, which is complete. I'll put down drop sheet and cardboard to protect the tiles and just move it all into here, so I can then just hurry up and then just get this room. It's all puttied up, just got to just sand it, paint it. The ceiling's really good, so it won't take long. The ceiling in here is the best in the whole place. And then once that's sorted, I can call the aircon guys and we can get that in. And then that's that done and over with. All the railings and everything, they're all here. We pretty much have all fittings, it's all here. But this is how it's done. These walls have been painted, 2 coats, they're all done. We just need curtains and the electrical fittings, of course. So looking back the other way, you can see what I mean. Now the reason why I had to shuffle it 40 mil that way was because when I was planning it out, I noticed that the grout line here came just a fraction there, and it would have left a skinny, yucky looking tile right across that open wall there. And you never put furniture here because of where it is, and you'll end up with a stupid skinny tile. So this is why your planning is really crucial. So it was better for me to just shuffle the grout lines that way and just center it up to that front door, and that allowed me then a nice full tile all the way across that edge. Always go full tiles around the side. Fortunately, how it worked out, see how you got like that cut tile down the side there, and it happens to match that cut tile down the side there. That's pure coincidence, really nothing more than that. But you don't trust walls, and here's a classic example of what I mean. You can see it, even though the tiles and everything are gridded straight. Have a look at the difference from there to there. And even that wall there, you can see like the gap. But once I fill it in with grout, you'll never see that. But you just can't trust walls. Even in here, I don't know if you can pick it, but that wall there is actually slightly skew if out that way to that one. But once you put in these tiles there, you're not going to pick it. So what governed the positioning of this, or the whole job, is I measured the distance from this door frame to that door frame and got me a dead center. And then of course, then this door frame, that one in there, that door frame to that door frame, measured dead center. And then I run my laser level and run the laser level right down the guts. And that's what governed the position of that whole thing. Nothing more than that. You don't trust walls ever. So you never just like start floor tiling, go off to the corner and lay a whole tile and start going out. That's the most insane thing you could possibly do. You gotta plan it out. You spent ages planning it. This is the bit for Jan. I'll finish this bit. Got that up there. That's all now done, closed up. The seal is just touch it up, give it a little paint job. That's all painted in there. 1 to 2 coats, that sort of thing. That's all finished in there. But the Jan, what I need to talk to you about is I need the skew pan, and I need it now, because that's like I have to put the skew pan, put it in place, and then trace out exactly where that's going to go, govern to that waste hole. Put it there, and then I can lay the rest of the tiles. That tile's already cut. That one's like cut, and then once I've got that skew pan and I just lay these last 4 tiles in here, that's this room done. We can put all the fittings in. We have everything, all the showers, the button, everything, the shower curtain. We've got the lot. We can see that room completely finished, and I even got rid of that dead fly. That saved me from having to jackhammer the whole thing out again and start again. Damn that fly. But other than that, that is kind of it. Oh, wait, no, there's another thing though. I don't know, Jan, if you remember, hang on, come back. I don't know if you remember that the old door, which used to jam up and was hopeless before I fixed it, used to have an ugly chain to stop the door from swinging out too wide. And it was all rusty and horrible and everything. So what I got, it's only about like $4 or something, $4 or $5. Got this little rubber dude here, which is pretty inconspicuous. Positioned him up so when it swings open, and it's white too, so it doesn't mark the door. It just bumps on that, and it misses the wall by about that much. Even if you pushed it hard, it misses the wall, and it's right out of the way. You don't see it. None of that ugly chain, stupid thing. That's all done. We got the aircon dude. That's all finished. Electrical power point. Everything's done. Just got to get into this room, sand it up, paint it up, and then, like I said, I'm going to get all this stuff, get it out of here, and then I can just finish off this room, and then quickly tile this out. And while I'm waiting for the skew pan, I'll hurry up and do the laundry, and probably won't leave that air compressor there. I don't think that really works too well, being there. Get that in place, then that cabinetry, that can then go in place, and then that's that room done as well. It's all coming together really quick now. Just need those toilets, or the one toilet, we got that one, and that is what I've been up to today, because it's Sunday today. I can't make any noise, so I've just been cleaning up. A little while ago, because there's actually 11 different patterns in this floor. So I had to actually set up all these crates and everything, and as I went through the boxes, lay out all the different patterns so that I can then grab a different tile and make sure that you don't ever have 2 tiles that are the same next to each other. Because I don't know, there might be some kind of, method to the madness of the pattern if you were to try and grid it up like so that the pattern lines up with each other. If you went and did that, when you get to the end of the job, if you're then left with a few tiles left over that you can't make the pattern up anymore because you haven't got the tiles for it, and suddenly you lost your pattern and it looks like rubbish. It just looks so stupid. You might as well just forget it and go random. So that even when you'll notice that where I've got tiles of the same pattern, like that one there, is you just rotate them. You got that one there, so the 1, 2, 3 tiles are the same. You just rotate them 90 degrees and do your best to keep them at a distance from each other. And that just gives you that full randomness, which is why it takes a bit of time, because you can't just grab anything and slap it down. You've got to think it through to make sure that it actually has a good look about it. I think it looks great. It's really bright. And once you put the rugs in and furniture, it won't be so echoey then. You put your couch here and your TV and your curtains are there, and everything will be great. And that's a long enough video. You get the idea. Floor tiling. I hate it.